We ready? On the meeting to order.
Okay, let's call this meeting to order. Do we have our audio on?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Welcome, everyone. We have an audience member, Jack Gremley. Thanks for coming, Jack. Nice to see you back. Someday, we'll maybe see you up here again. Approval of the November minutes. Did everyone get a chance to look at those?
Yep.
Yes. Any questions? Can I have a motion to approve? So moved?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Executive Director's Report.
My first thing on my report, and I will try to get it to you the day before next time. But I have the current budget, which Ron has in front of him. I think he does. If not, I do. Last page. That one right here. What we just said? 15, this one right there.
15,413.66.
Want to say that louder?
15,000.
$1,413.66.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Okay. That may not be reconciled up to this date, so there may be a few more bills, invoices that bring that down a little bit, but not much.
Okay.
Okay, so since I started here, I'm trying to decide how to work my hours, and I want your opinion. I think everybody I need to have some absolute regular hours, so people can count on me being here.
I agree.
And since I'm also flexible, I can't say so this is what I've come up with. Tell me what you think. It's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays 9 to 12. Well, I will be here, even though I may stay longer or come earlier. I will be there in the office. Wednesdays 9 to 12, and then Fridays 9 to 11. And then I'm typically here from 9 to 12 or 1, or sometimes 2, depending on the flexibility. So if we put that down, I think people can count on, Polly's going to be in their office. I can come in and drop in. What do you think? Is that?
And I think everybody needs that.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
structure.
Yeah, definitely needs that. So I think I've got, between the schedule and what we're doing, I think that will work, even though I'm still here more than that. Like I will be here Tuesdays and Thursdays too, but I don't want to put it down.
Well, I don't want you,
I don't want to be locked into it. I can't leave
right.
to go to Heaton Court or.
And you only got a
shop
certain
or-
number of hours to work with. So.
Yeah, I do. So that's why the Friday was only till 11.
Posted office hours.
Posted office hours.
Right.
So
But I have a question.
Sure.
Thursdays,
that's why I didn't,
helping up at Heaton Court, right?
yeah, that's why I didn't put it in as regular hours.
So you're going to do that in addition, because these all add up to,
Oh, no, this isn't my full schedule. That's.
okay.
Yeah, and
I was
that's.
doing the math
question
on,
People are going to have. So how do I word that?
right.
Posted office hours.
Just, will they understand that's posted?
They'll be able to meet you in your office.
Right.
But whether you want to
Yeah.
schedule appointments.
Because I will be here Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Thursdays, again, I'm planning on being at Heaton Court for some time. Tuesdays, there may be times I have to go shopping or run over somewhere. So, but you had to, see, that's what they were going to think, that doesn't add up.
Yeah, she's only working.
And she's not here Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I am.
Right.
These are your office hours.
So maybe we make office big and
Yes.
bold.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
And then you can just say the other hours
say-
will be flexible as I need to be.
let's do that. Okay, so we got the hours.
Solution.
Yes. So I'm trying not to dominate everything. This is a big report. The events that we had, everything, I think went okay. The Red Lion Inn, we had full 80 participants. That's what we were allowed.
We did not.
We didn't?
No.
Some people didn't show?
Yeah.
Well,
We
they,
had 72. Someone counted, said 72.
we had
Still-
80 confirmed to go and then the.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did get Tri-Town Connector to come and transport 2 seniors from Heaton Court, which was good. I guess, that worked out okay.
Yes.
Same thing as last year.
Yeah.
They couldn't find,
I know, I
they couldn't
heard.
find the ride. That was like a repeat of last
They
year.
couldn't find the ride and he had been there
And
since
you
noon
gave
time.
them a ride home and like, it was an all points bulletin where they were.
Check my insurance before saying.
Yeah.
I had read that, they were looking for the van and, a couple
And the
of,
van was in the,
little glitches, yeah.
Got picked up perfect and here on
Good.
time.
So then the craft class that I kind of threw together was a little larger than I anticipated. So it was, I think some people were a little frustrated with it, but in the end, I think they had a great time. And a
you
couple,
should have brought one of the stars
I should have.
to show everyone. They're beautiful.
I should have.
Beautiful.
Yeah. 3 people came back and finished it, and then I have a whole bunch left for me to either finish or.
And they become ours, right?
And become
For our
ours.
Christmas
Right.
decoration.
Or if they want to come back in one more week, we'll finish them. So then the holiday luncheon speaker series, I thought was extremely well attended, and I only heard really positive, wonderful comments about it.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to say I only heard one complaint.
No complaints. It was all, everybody
Yeah, the
loved it. The
speaker,
food
me.
was good, everything loved it. So, I'm going to let Chris talk about the cultural council grant.
We got approved for a grant. Woo-hoo! That Patrick and I applied for. Patrick did all the technical work for me, as he always does. And we got $800, which is considered very, very good. And we applied for it for our luncheon lecture series. So that maybe we can get some lecturers that might cost a little bit more, but it would be worth having.
Very nice.
Historic, great, professional or something, yeah. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick White.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, what I've been working on is the foot care options, because there was arranged to have somebody come out every other month. But she wants a limit of 5, and we were not able to get 5. We had 3 people that really, really needed foot care, and they couldn't get it, so I thought, and then she won't come back for another 2 months, so those people really need help. So I was thinking, well, let's look at some other options. One option would be to coordinate with the other COAs. Where's your wait list? Can they, send them over this one, send them over here, send them there, which we can do. Except their wait list usually is pretty long, so I have a feeling it might be a problem. I did contact somebody that does foot care at Ralph Ferrario Center. Her name is Lori Ann, and I met with her Monday. She's very interested in doing the foot care. She does foot care plus a little lower leg massage. And she charges $50 per person, so it's a little bit less.
It's a good price.
She's close in town, so that probably why she can do the $50. The only glitch with that is she felt that the space down and where it would be, eventually my office is going, was musty and had kind of a mold smell, and she said, I can't work in here.
Did she talk to you about it yet?
So that's the other option, is to maybe find another spot in Stockbridge. I'm not looking at you I'm not staring at you. But she just needs a private space,
Could we do that room down in the back on the left where puzzles and stuff were done? Does anyone use that room on a regular basis?
When the aides are there, they're folding laundry in there. But we can ask them to fold laundry
And
for
I-
however long.
It's just
she's
once
there.
a month, once a
Living
month.
room part of it.
Exactly.
Is it carpeted?
No,
Okay, perfect.
it is not carpeted.
Doesn't want carpet because she gets oil, doesn't want to ruin the rug. That makes
We
sense.
can make it work.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Good.
We can make it work.
So that was one, I think you solved the options.
And if it doesn't work, we'll think of something else.
Right. And Tri-Town Health is working on it. Elder Services is working on it. There's a shortage of foot care nurses. So,
I was in a tenant's apartment and somebody was doing her nails, but I didn't interrupt.
right.
It's like, oh, let's start.
So these are my thoughts for the new programs coming up. And I'm going to need your input for all of these. So the first thing I think was mentioned that a coffee hour would be great. So I thought, Well, the ukulele group is in there and it's joyous. I just go down
They are fun.
every Monday and listen to them sing and watch them practice and cut up with their music and drop. It's just relaxed. They're not performing. They're working out. So I asked them if it would be all right if we opened it up to the public to come and just set up a coffee and a side of donuts and just enjoy what I'm sitting there by myself enjoying. They said we'd love it. So I thought I'd put that in, just try it. And, which means we might have to rearrange the room so we have a little cozy nook. Well, we do, but
No problem here.
We could make it cozier.
cozy.
Yes.
Make it a little cozier. And that would be on Mondays. So that's something new. I am also considering adding the congregate meal. That's been a little tricky because of the schedule. Like I thought Tuesdays, but that's going to collide with bingo too close by the time you clean up and.
But normally you try to do it on a day with bingo and convince those folks to come.
Right, that's the other
You're a
option.
number, they get to eat.
Right.
And then they get to do their.
And I asked a couple of them because of the craft, I said, is it too long having two things? And they said, yeah, but then food might be different.
Okay.
So my original plan was Tuesday, Wednesdays. And then the third Wednesday, we keep the speaker lunch. So it's just 2 days a week. I was going to do Mondays, but I'm on TV. Saw the menu. I'm like, no.
Mondays are
Really quiet.
So on Tuesdays, if we did it, say
11:30
11:30.
and we got out of there
It's not like
by.
we're gonna get,
Once you get out of the room.
people. Yeah, we can clean.
So you guys think Tuesdays would be,
I do, but what do the rest of you think?
Yeah, it's fine.
sounds
That's a
good.
slow day.
yeah, slow day. Okay, so I'll keep it Tuesday.
Okay,
And I was going to try the other Wednesdays that are not on the third Wednesday.
okay. And when do you want to start that?
I was going to try it in January if I think we're ready to go. I'm there. I can, manage the meal site until, which I'll talk about later when I get there.
Okay.
Then I was going to go to Heaton Court on Thursdays. I'm just going to, it's a meet and greet. It's kind of how did I word it? An eligibility to get to know everybody. I'll come during the meal site and I'm going to go during the meal site, and then when people stay for lunch, because I'm a shine counselor, and I talk about benefits, I can get to know them, what's going on at COA, what would you like to see? They're so well taken care of down there, honestly. You've got beautiful things going on, but still, I can talk to them about, do you have food stamps? Do you have Leak to Life? Do you have, there's just a multitude. And do you have Medicaid? I'm looking at, are you paying your Part B premium? Do you need to? Because if you're eligible, I can get you on this. So it's like a benefits checkup, as long as we're not doubling with what Amanda does.
Right, and you're not, you don't mind, she's not conflicting with.
No, well, I'll make sure that we don't do the same
Candidates.
thing.
Yeah, I will have a discussion.
Yeah, okay, because I don't want to do that.
Right.
at all.
It doesn't hurt to talk to the people you see though, to find out what they need.
Screen it, just in
Yeah.
a light conversation, how you doing, blah, 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 because it comes up. So that will be it on Thursdays. I always think, as we know, food is a way to get people in. So I thought a monthly breakfast, pancake, easy, it's not complicated at all. I could do that, not a problem. I invited Tom Beasley, the veterans agent. He's another one that's got just a wealth of information. It might bring in some of the men to the pancakes. But we want people to know, Chris had a good point. We want to make sure everybody knows it's not just for veterans. So I have to make sure we want the veterans to know it's the veterans agent's going to be there.
And he's committed himself to.
Oh, yeah, he's already told me he'd love to do it.
Good.
And on the fourth Friday of each month.
Okay.
It's a simple pancake breakfast, which I might need a couple helpers. But, so that was to be new. And then the monthly craft class, which I already have, Patricia, I spoke to her today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's going to come and make a star next Tuesday. She wanted to know, she's over at Heaton Court. She wanted to. So that will bring us to the senior work off. Is everybody familiar with the senior work off program? Okay, if you're not, I have a printout of it's a draft. If you want to look at it, you can pass it down of how it works. But it's basically you own a home in Stockbridge and you're 60 and over, you can work off your property taxes by working for a town department head. So Michael has asked me if I could list some positions, and I said, certainly. So some of the things I put, if you look there, is art/craft instructor. Could be an arts teaching, it could be painting or something, and that way COA doesn't pay out a bill, but it comes through the senior work-off. They get a deduction in their property taxes, which was a really awesome program. Computer instruction, exercise instructors. I'm hoping to get some kind of dance or Tai Chi balance, one of those three. And then there's facilitator for poetry, writing, or discussion groups. You know, I'm open to ideas, but these are things that I've seen work. And then eventually, meal site manager. If the meals work, then somebody, comes in, and that's their job, to set the table, just run it.
But now, under Liz and before COVID.
Right.
There was a paid meal site manager,
Right.
but you don't see the need for that.
No, it's not that, it's that years ago, elder services actually paid the meal site.
Right, and I believe
And they
that.
stopped paying.
Okay.
So then it comes out of your budget, and I would much rather they not come out of the budget and have it come out of senior work-off.
Perfect.
It's as good as money, it's the same.
Right.
Right, perfect.
So we'll see how, that's depending on if we can have a meal site, but, this will be a trial.
So is he leaving the entire tax work-off appropriation, filling in to you? Is he not using people any?
Oh, no. In fact, here's the draft. This is what, no, every department head, the police department, every clerk, anybody can say, I need somebody from the senior work office
Oh, all right.
to come, you guys doing the newsletter. Could come
Is
to
it
Senior work off.
limited
I didn't put that, I should.
town-wise to how many people?
It's just Stockbridge.
I know that,
Oh.
but between all the departments, like how many people can we have taking advantage of this?
I don't know. I don't think it's in there. I don't.
Okay,
they-
because we could be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Oh,
right here.
I know.
For us.
The senior, COA always uses the most, always. I
Okay.
had like 11 or 12.
Oh, all right.
And like I said, you guys that are doing the mailing, I'll add that. Definitely should, if you're homeowners and have property tax bill, hey,
Right. But they have to qualify, correct?
you have to qualify. And in that draft is qualifications. There's no income limit, and you can make as much money and still be eligible for it. But it's, Michael's sending out something to the town.
Oh, good. Good.
And I'll put a little blurb in the newsletter.
Okay.
People understand it. And then, okay, this is the big one for me. The newsletter. I got a little clarification yesterday, which is helpful. You've been sending out, if I get this right, a monthly flyer and sometimes a newsletter letter, like, or no?
Once in 6 months.
Oh, okay. Okay, once,
Newsletter was sent.
and
Once.
then the flyer.
And then we were doing the flyers.
And as we know, the flyers, mailing is expensive. And is it coming out, I'm not real clear I don't think it's coming out of our COA budget. I think it's coming out of the town budget, the mailing.
No, I think
It's coming out of ours? Okay, because I haven't seen any invoice with it.
Oh,
So
I
that's the
could be
question.
wrong, but
Okay,
the
I'll find
understanding
out.
this was costing us.
Well, it kind of should, but I
Right.
just haven't seen
What if
it.
someone else is going to take it on? Hey,
And that's very, I calculated it's well over $400 a month coming out. So I'm thinking, "Eey." So, and do we need a full-blown newsletter every month? Do we need it every month? I've been told quarterly, which I think for senior, first, it's gonna be hard for me to organize 3 months out because it's gonna change. And then you gotta send a flyer because it's changed.
well, I was under the impression that the full-blown quarterly newsletter would have information and things that are
Yes.
going on, but we would still do our monthly flyers because they love them.
Right.
Count on them.
And we could come up, and that's what we need to come up with is, because there's not, okay, let me just show you this. This is Lee. Have you seen Lee's newsletter? That's a publisher. That's LPI. And I have an agreement, I don't have an agreement. They approved going with LPI. And I'll tell you my pros and cons for that.
And Lee does this every month.
Every month,
Okay.
they print it for free. They'll send them, they will give us 600 or 800 color copies and just plop them in the town hall and you disperse them and mail them. So it's not going to cut back on cost. But you have these beautiful color copies. And the reason they do it is they get advertisements. So if they can get it, they'll have to get their advertisements in Great Barrington. But they said, yes, they would do that, and they actually want to do it. But here's the flip side of that is, it's not going to cut back our cost, and it's a 4-year contract,
Oh.
and they want 8 pages. I'm like, so what they do is.
Oh, we do 8 pages.
That's what I said. So Lee is allowed 6 pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that page is advertisement. They don't have to do that. And they also have fillers. So if you can't think of 8 pages every month, you can say, oh, I'll put a crossword puzzle in there or something.
Well, why does Lee get?
Well, I told her that. I said, I can't do 8. She goes, we can work on that.
Okay.
I think there's some slipping. Ms. Phil has,
Is this LPI?
yeah,
Okay.
So that's one option, but it doesn't solve the cost because most people just hand them out, all over town.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't help with cost. It would help with, it's pretty, it's color.
It is. I
They're
think they're
beautiful.
very attractive.
They're very attractive. A lot of companies do it. So they're willing to do that. And then help with the publisher template, because I said, hey, who does the template? I do. But they would help. And then once you get your boxes set up, you can just write into it. So that's a possibility. Every month. But the mailings, now you're not mailing one flyer, now you're mailing 6 pages. So now you're actually going to cost more. Right, cost you more. So I'm thinking, all right, let's go back to.
It's got the calendar on the back.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's beautiful. They will do every other month. I think she mentioned you could do monthly or, she says bi-monthly is more difficult because you just have to plan.
Well, and what we found is when we tried to combine October and November, September and October.
It's hard.
With and we don't have a lot of things going on.
It's hard.
And to do 2 months in advance,
Yeah.
they had forgotten.
That's exactly right. So I'm
Yeah.
a strong supporter of monthly because you're going to forget.
Right.
I can't get a commitment for someone 2 months out to do something and it's going to change and you're back where you started.
Right.
So this is a possibility.
The 4-year contract.
That, I know, there's some little glitches.
We also, we have way too many duplications for our mailings. We have way too many
Yes.
people that aren't in town anymore.
That's where we need
for one reason
senior
or
work off
another.
people to get
And
them.
that was supposed to be worked on previously, and I don't think it was.
Yeah, I'm just.
So that's a biggie, because
All
we're
those.
wasting a lot of money
Exactly.
on, we get a lot of them back. Yeah.
And that's where it brings to the other option. So this is one option. The other option, do we need to send out every single, there's more than 666 seniors over 60 here. The new census came out at 900. I don't know why the mailing list, unless you, I don't know. Oh, maybe there's second. Oh, I don't
Second home
know. Could be.
delivery.
I think they took Heaton Court off because they're running the flyers up, the mailings.
Oh, okay, that's part, okay, there's a chunk right
At least I thought that's what was going on.
Right, but that's only what, how many?
So to just say 51.
51.
Yeah. So the other thing is too, is how to figure out to narrow down, because a lot of people, this is another option. Who comes here, who's never gonna come here, and how do you know? Do you put something in a one-time newsletter, it goes out to everybody? If you do not want to get the newspaper, please, they're not gonna let us know. Yeah. To narrow that 600 down, I don't know how you do that. I don't. I just don't. So that's something you guys can think about. So that was streamlining it. And then, of course, we absolutely need to go online for those that have computers. So MailChimp, you can send out, you can take whatever newsletter you did, and you put it on MailChimp, and everybody gets an email. Kind of like Carol's newsletter, the update.
Yeah.
Everybody gets it online, and I found that they still want a paper copy though. But, that's your option. And we got to get it posted on the town website. Now, I believe you guys in the past talked about my senior center. Is this how I used to do it?
And what was proposed to us was the Cadillac.
Well, I'm very familiar with the My Senior Center, and it has its advantages if you're a very large senior center. If you're a small senior center, it's not worth the cost of the updates.
Right.
It's one of these, people come in, they check it.
They have fobs and, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not busy enough.
That was helpful because you could see who's coming and mail it out to them and then do public, but I would, no. My opinion.
Thank you.
Quarterly newsletters, I tried it. Okay, don't laugh at my graphics, because I am not a designer. I just said, I talked to Patrick, he's more than happy to take what I give him and make it pretty. So we can get a nice newsletter out. So in the newsletter, what I'm proposing as not a flyer, is to talk about what's available. So I have all the transportation listed on there, the new coffee hour, the new meals, the craft class, the pancake breakfast, the game day, and, talking about Chris's walking club and the exercises, all in there. And then about the senior work off. And then I did get somebody to come in and do a monthly phone instruction. iPad, iPhone, he'll come in once a month. His name is Doug Wilbur. I don't know if Doug Wilbur. I'm not sure. He's from Great Barrington. No, okay. So he's willing, and then where are the free tax preps going to be located? These are all important things that people need to know, which would be in the newsletter. And then, so I'm just trying to find out and then I did get speaker series going. We have the fire chief coming. Did he do a bunch?
He's done it before for us.
Yeah.
Should we have him just remind or do we want him to be the main speaker since he's done it so many times? Or do you want him to just come do a reminder? It's winter.
Right.
And he's got-
Did it once when we first started.
Oh.
Roxanne have him come to, no, she just had the.
I think they were working, he said they were working on it. Okay, so he'll be the speaker, if that's, sounds good. And I have,
He did a very good presentation.
yeah, he
Yes,
did
yes.
great. And then I was trying to thought, let's maybe reach some people that aren't here. It's a little different. So I asked Francis Morris, the violin maker, very well renowned violin maker, to come and talk. I'd love to. Might get nobody, but you might get people that say, ooh, I like that. And then I couldn't go 3 months out. I have no clue.
Polly is a violin.
We weren't going to put that on.
So, yeah,
I went to get my violin repaired and I said, Francis.
so perhaps we can get Polly to play
With Jack.
with Jack.
With
There you go.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you get first billing to the Polly.
Oh, no, I just go, no.
Okay, so what is this, January?
January is going to be Vinny,
Vince?
the fire chief, and he has some really cool things they do that I don't see other towns doing for seniors, which is great.
And then February is the violin.
February is going to be Francis Morris, and I don't know. And with
Jack and Polly.
I have
Polly and
tap dancers coming in February to do a little tap dance after this.
Oh, that's cool.
Laurel Lake offered to do a dessert, I believe in January, and in this December, we have, where's my brain? Devonshire is bringing a dessert. I said, do pies, because they're cookies. Sorry. So Devonshire's dates will come this Friday, which I want to give to Carol a reminder. She said she sent the reminders out in her updates. But if you don't have a computer, which a lot of seniors don't, you're not going to get those. So those are kind of I need to hear from you guys about, I can go to Mike and say, we need to have the budget to cover this monthly cost for the mail. And I think the mailings are important, extremely important. Because people don't just drop in here like they do in other senior centers.
Right, and life changes for folks.
Yeah.
And we have those people that are more or less shut-ins, and so we need.
Especially in the winter time,
Them.
plus you've got new things going on.
Right,
So you want to get that out. So I think it's critical that we continue with either a flyer. We could do the quarterly informational newsletter with, here's food stamps and fuel assistance and all that, transportation, and then monthly flyers. We could continue doing that.
Now, this LPI wouldn't do just a quarterly for us, would they? No,
I
they
could-
want a commitment of,
They want to commit, and the trick is it's a 4-year commitment.
and it's for monthly only. We couldn't
No, I
do
think she
quarterly.
said you could do every other. I could find out about quarterly, because if they did quarterly, I think we would be,
That would be awesome.
It would be
We could
awesome.
Doing more information
Right.
quarterly, but still doing our flyers
yeah,
every month.
right, absolutely. And then Patrick mentioned a postcard. I don't know how you get it all on there.
How are we going to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Although Patrick is brilliant.
Yeah, with-
Upcoming event.
if, in the back, you have just and on the front, you've got a pretty picture of, it'd be cheaper. It's something to look at.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the last option is service incentive grant that, it's too late to apply. The deadline passed in, I don't know, October. You get quite a bit of money. It's very competitive for all the COAs in Massachusetts, but one of them is outreach and marketing. So that could potentially pay for this, but that wouldn't be till next year. But something, so there's other, you can look and see what other things they do. I like senior center modernization. That's.
Those wheels turning.
I mean, they had a lot, they give a lot of money for that, but it's very competitive. It used to be, it's changed.
Is this a state?
It's Elder Affairs. They used to have.
Oh, it's through Elder Affairs.
Elder Affairs gives money. You have to apply, like, we need this for us.
And is it approved locally
No.
through Berkshire or through the state level?
It's the state level.
Okay.
They approve it.
Okay.
So,
No wonder it's competitive.
it didn't used to be. I mean, had 2 big ones and, they just kept repeating. And I think they've decided to stop that and let some others, because I think some COAs were getting it every year. So now
Well, and since we've never asked,
you never asked.
maybe they'll consider us. They don't even know we exist.
So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on when to start applying for that for next year.
Okay, great.
So that is what I have. I'm sure there's more, but I don't want to.
I have a question about the meal site manager.
Okay.
Is there going to be one for Heaton Court?
Yeah, we could get the same, yeah, if you're going to get a meal site manager.
Okay.
To manage all the sites. Absolutely.
Okay, just making sure.
But, until that, I'm already trained to do it, so I just would need somebody to maybe to help me if it's a big one. I've not seen multitudes of people coming in for some of this menu, but
Yeah.
put a menu in, where did I put my menu? I used to base a lot of the activities on the menu. Oh, no, we're not doing a party on that day because I am not having that. But if you guys want to look at their menu, some of it, like Monday menu, I don't know, no.
Now,
Fish.
exactly. This would even cost us more money, but for your flyer with Patrick,
Yeah,
can we start putting our calendar on
on the flyer?
on the flyer? No. Then we'd be making it as big as a quarterly if we did that. But we could do, and then I was thinking if we posted the menu too, then maybe
You
something.
need you need the menu, but the menu, they only need 2 days of the menu. You don't need a whole 8 by 10, so you could just put Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever,
True.
just put menu,
Yeah, on your calendar.
on my calendar, yeah.
Take it off of there. and-
Yes,
Right.
yes.
On there.
Because that would be good, because maybe there'll be some days that somebody will say, hey, let's give it a try.
I looked at the Tuesday, Wednesdays, they're better. Some of the, it's just never know. Some days are great, sometimes they're not as great.
Politically correct.
That was very political.
Well done.
So, that's what I have. So,
I have to say, when I was doing it for 2 months for Antoinette, it tasted, the choices they've made and the taste was better than before COVID. So I don't know if they've changed
There's been some changes.
their chef or whatever, but other than the fact that they only give you a piece of fruit for your dessert.
Well, we could,
I know the
dress
food
it
was
up.
good.
We could dress it up.
Yeah, right. We could do our own dessert, sorry.
Yes.
And they also do have the dietary menu too.
Yeah.
That they provide so people can.
And it might not, we might not.
The vegetarian one.
Yes, the vegetarian.
But we want to try.
We want to try.
Yeah.
And Kathy used to go before COVID,
Oh, yeah.
and we had what, maybe 8, 10 people?
That's good.
Coming?
That's a good thing.
Yep.
And it was
it's
fun.
good.
It was people from, that since COVID, I don't even see anymore.
Well, some of them have passed away too.
Right, but others are still around town.
Yep.
Right.
But they don't come to our luncheons.
No, and that's kind of
Right.
surprising.
Right. But that's a crowd. And maybe they're the kind that just wants a smaller, simpler group meal.
Be.
Maybe we could draw some of that back again.
That would be nice.
It would be nice. It was a nice group.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It
That's
was.
another thought. If you get a senior work-off person to do the mill site, you might be, saving a little funding there, and that could go toward fancier lunches for your main meal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Now, do we vote on her report, or we don't need to vote on
We
that?
vote on,
Huh?
I don't know, we vote on ours.
Oh, okay.
Up the hill there, but I don't know if you need to here.
I've never had my report
Voted on.
voted on, no.
Okay,
Unless you guys make a decision about one of these things,
right,
but you don't have enough info yet, really.
right.
To do, so,
Right.
for you, like the
There's
news.
a list.
It's getting close, because I really want to get it out in January.
And we will get out, you and Patrick will get
We'll get something out in January.
for December for January.
Yes,
So in the
got
next.
to, yeah. Yeah, no.
And if I can help you with any of it, but, and I can help with the folding and distributing with our wonderful ladies again.
We've got to figure out the labels, because they all came back without the zero on them.
Right,
That was, well, I don't know why, because
yeah,
look at how to
right,
that. And I am going to push to get downstairs before January 1.
yay. Did you talk to Michael about it yesterday?
I will after.
Good. Okay, if anyone have any other questions for Polly at the moment? Shall we move on?
We're not done.
No, we've got all my stuff.
I took it all up.
No, it's not just your show.
I think that's enough. We could.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was ready to leave too, and then I looked at this and says, oh, so the old business, the foot nurse has been taken care of. Our Wednesday, December luncheon, do we have anyone now that's called in? For some reason, they were so hyped up. Well, this is my theory, on the Red Lion Inn
Yes.
luncheon, that they've forgotten that we're still having ours on the 20th.
Right.
But if we put it in, if Carol puts it in her thing,
We should get some more response, but what do we have now?
did you say you were?
Uh-huh.
Two that's actually told us, but then Nancy, yes,
Nancy Wilcox.
said the words out, so maybe we'll get calls with the last.
I think they were so excited.
I do too.
last week's.
I do too.
And I have to say, I did myself. I had to
That's your
register for that one.
Yeah, your focus is on
And
that.
I didn't even turn over
Yeah.
the,
Right.
and there it was December 20th.
Yeah,
And I
okay.
thought, well,
Yeah, definitely something funny is up with that.
yeah.
Because we,
Really and
I
truly
figured
need
it had to
call.
do with the Red Lion Inn, it
Yes.
really did. That's the holiday lunch, I think they're just mindset,
Yeah.
but we'll still have it.
and by the way, let me mention that the Red Lion Inn luncheon went well. We were on the second floor this time since they've made the renovations downstairs. I'd never been to the second floor. I thought it was nice. We had 72 people. They seemed to enjoy themselves. Hey, free wine.
Right.
So we once again thank the Red Lion Inn. They are wonderful. It started with Jane Fitzpatrick 40 years ago, maybe? And they're still honoring it. So
Might even be longer.
40 years ago, we weren't old enough.
Well, Mom was working when they started it.
Oh, okay.
It was a
okay.
long time ago.
It was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we thank the Red Lion Inn, very generous of them. So the December 20th luncheon, Polly and I thought we'd do maybe something a little fancier than just, and if anyone's watching, now we'll get
There you go.
many people.
Right.
We're gonna each make a lasagna. And we're gonna have Italian bread, and we're going to have perhaps garlic bread instead of just Italian bread. But then we have people with issues with garlic and such, and a salad.
And Devonshire's.
And Devonshire's doing the dessert.
Oh, okay.
So that should be good.
Yeah, so now we'll have so many people watch us.
Really hope so.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so we're gonna do lasagna, and if we get many people, then, who makes a good lasagna?
I'll make them.
Good, good.
We got three. Good, we got it.
Be the standby
If we get
lasagna.
50 people or something.
Yeah, wouldn't that be wonderful? And then we have Jack playing,
Just me.
It's you.
it's you.
Maybe we can talk afterwards just to get the game plan up. Okay.
And we are gonna do trivia with it too.
Right now I have four, I'm calling it Winter Wonderland, and I have 4 winter songs, and then do winter trivia, and some of it is local trivia. And I'm trying to make it easy, so it's a true false trivia, you know.
Okay, because he does,
Yeah, true false trivia. And then after that, I was thinking some holiday sing-alongs, you know, just.
wonderful.
By that time, will we be overdone with the first Noel, you know? But so your favorite is First Noel?
The first
Do
Noel.
you have a favorite holiday song?
Oh,
Pardon me, Katie.
let me think about it.
Yeah, just because there's so many.
I like Jingle Bells.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 6 songs and say this is from, you know.
I like Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bells, okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, it
Yes,
is.
bad.
Put on the spot like that.
Yeah. Jolly, jolly. That one.
How about Hark the Herald Angels?
Oh, yes. Okay, there you go.
Beautiful.
I like White Christmas.
Kathy?
Kathy?
Oh, Silent Night.
Oh, right.
These are all like really, I like Blue Christmas.
Elvis's Blue Christmas.
Elvis, yes.
Great.
Oh,
that would be
that's a good
fun.
And
one.
my favorite is Hanukkah. Oh, Hanukkah looks like the menorah.
Yeah, you need to, yes, we,
Yeah, you-
speaking of that, do we have a menorah? Because we don't have one. I haven't seen a menorah. We can,
I don't recall
See
seeing it.
down on the bookcase. I thought I saw one down there.
really? Okay, I'll look.
Maybe it was my daughter's bookcase. I don't know.
All right, and we need to work on getting some prizes for our trivia. I'll start working on that. It should be fun.
And we can do it either way, either have 1 winner or 3, or, you know, whatever
Okay.
prizes we get. Yes.
Well, you know, Heaton Court, and you were part of that, has hit everybody up in town already. Prizes, their event, and very good prizes, Mike.
That was Mary.
Mary Green did that.
She does that every year.
And I'm happy to say that I substituted for her in picking up the prizes. And it was a lot of fun to go, 13 businesses contributed.
13 businesses they hit up, so now what are we going to do?
Some sizable gift certificates.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, brag, brag, brag. Next year, we're gonna start soliciting in
Early
October 7th. We're gonna beat them. Thank you, Jack. It's great to have you back. It's gonna be great having your music back.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone loves you.
And I love everyone. What do I have to do now? I just have to remember the songs.
It's all the classics. All the classics.
That's right.
Okay, we discussed Meals on Wheels. We discussed newsletter and mailings. We discussed the Cultural Council. Now we're down to open forum. Anybody have anything?
Polly, do you want me to continue to do the agenda and the minutes? Do you want to do your own agenda?
It's, if it's too much for you, I'll take it on. If you keep doing it, you're doing a great job. So it's up.
you wanted to do, I don't know if it would be easier for you to do the agenda, but,
It doesn't matter. It's
Okay.
beautiful ways.
all right, we can keep it going.
Yeah, okay.
Let me know.
I shall.
Silent Night, and you were Elvis, right?
Blue Christmas, yes.
First Noel, Jingle Bells, Hark the Herald Angels, White Christmas, Silent Night, and Blue Christmas.
Right.
Perfect, and in that order, we'll do it, and I'll sneak in Hanukkah, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for coming. I have that the next meeting would be on January 10th.
Okay.
Does everyone
10th?
agree with me? Right, the second Wednesday of the month? Same time, same place? We wish everybody a very happy, healthy new year, and wonderful holidays. And let's think good things for 2024.
How
It's been a long 2023. Yeah, so, thank you, everyone. Could I call the meeting to?
Yeah. What time is it? We'll do the motion to
Motion to adjourn.
adjourn.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second. All in favor? Aye.